I don't see a need to continue to lead you on, make you think it's going to be something else. To me, what I say at that point is, I agree with you. This is no longer a date, right? Because a date means, because I'm paying for this food, because it could lead to another opportunity to get to know you.
Yes.
But on that date, I don't ask her to split the bill. Now, would I pay it, shake her hand, say nice to meet you, and get out? Yeah, because there's no more reason for us to have conversation if you already told me that we ain't dating no more, because we wasn't never friends, right? We got into this to see if we was going to be something more than friends. Now that I know we ain't going to be something more than friends, we for sure ain't cool. But Chan, you can't make her pay the bill.
Why we friends now?
No, we not friends.
When we sit down, hey, man, you got it. And we'll pick it up because that's what men do. Be like, nah, I got this one. You got the last one. Da. If you're sitting with anybody, woman, man, anything, and there's nothing that's going to happen more in this relationship, it's like sitting with your boys. And if we just met yesterday and we sit down and there's nothing more that's coming of this, you don't even want to see me no more. Like you said, we're not friends. I don't even know you. What's your middle name? Oh, Marilyn. Okay, thank you. Now this is two friends sitting down eating. You pay for your food, I'm pay for my food. Let's watch let's watch the basketball game, Fred.
And that's the way you think.
No, that's the way it is.
You've done business meetings where you've met whomever, a person for a potential business opportunity, and you've covered the check. Simply
put it on the business card because now it's going towards something.
Yeah,
Fred,
you still covered the check.
Trying to get to know each other, right? So that's what a date is, right? You're getting to know each other.
So in your mind, I'm not paying for today's interaction. I'm actually paying for the next interaction.
The day two that she said, I don't want. We're together sitting across from each other, right? I pay for the date. I'm the man. I asked you out. Hey, I thought you were different than what is it? Your filter. I see the filter thing now. Yeah. They had the filter on them, the skinny filter, and they come and they don't have the skinny filter.
Like I said, you had a afro on your profile and now you bald.
Now you bald. I don't like bald men. Like, this ain't gonna work out. You misrepresented yourself. Now we're sitting next to each other.
Now y'all not face to face no more. Y'all watching the TV.
I said, let's watch the basketball game. You like the Heat?
He like the Heat. All right. Now, so what Channing Crowder is saying is, if it's known that there's not going to be a second date, especially on the first date, if a woman is even cold enough to even just say this, like, yeah, this is going to be our last date. Oh, well, then you definitely can pay the bill. Go ahead, pay it. Me personally, I'm a man. I think of it as I asked you out on the date, so I would be covering this date that I'm asking you out on. It's a courtesy. So I don't, what I often do is I'll ask a woman to cover the tip. And that's really more so of me just seeing where she's at. Because if she's not even willing to contribute to cover the tip, well, she ain't going to be covering this tip later on. I'm just keep it all the way 1,000 out with you. But it's all about the contribution. What are you willing to contribute? What are you willing to do? And this whole conversation is interesting because it really doesn't freaking matter. If she likes you, she'll pay for her bill. She'll pay for your meal. If a woman really likes you, it don't matter where you take her. She ain't going to say, oh, Applebee's. I don't like Applebee's. And even if it's a restaurant that she don't really like, she might have another suggestion. But it's not going to be based off of some first date rhetoric or, I expect to go here. Unless she's like really up there like that, like she's a bona fide 9, 10 out here getting money, doing all types of modeling work and acting and all this, that, and third. Yeah, absolutely. But your average run-of-the-mill, beautiful women, just the average but beautiful, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they like you, they willing to do whatever kind of date or whatever on a date. Now, if you're revoking the getting to know each other part where now there's no longer a romantic interest in being anything more than friends, or even in Ryan Clark's situation, he's saying we was never friends. So at that point, once that is off the table and completely revoked, oh, well, now we just two homies sitting here eating, chilling. You know what I'm saying? And Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for not wasting my time. But I have a very serious solution, ladies. This is all you need to do. Now, I'm not saying that every woman should try this. Well, hell, maybe every woman should try this. And I know this is not a realistic thing that women in mass are going to do. But it's a very simple solution to solving these problems when it comes to dating and the first date and who pays and, oh, he paid, so he expected something more. He expected a second date or whatever the case may be. Because they're saying there's not going to be a second date, but really what we're saying is there's not going to be no sex. Like no sex, right? You don't go on first dates with the expectation that you're going to be getting some. Lisa is a regular, logical thinking man. Unless you and that girl have already had those conversations and she's ready to get it in, that first time going out is y'all going out having a good time. You know what I'm saying? You might end up getting some at the end of the night. It might be the next night. So I don't think that's a realistic thing. But basically, when we ask you on the first date, that's a nice way of a man asking to sleep with you. Now, if we go on that first date, okay, the vibes is there, cool. Now we can go on a second date, or the first date to just be a link up, a meet up, something short, something cheap, which is really what it's supposed to be. And then the second date to actually be the real first date. But all that being said, here's the solution, ladies. Would you be willing to pay for your own meals on dates until you are ready to sleep with that man, until you decide that you want to lay down and have sex with him? Matter of fact, until you actually do sleep with him. Up until that point, every time y'all go out, you pay for your own food, he pays for his food. That way there's no expectations. Y'all are genuinely getting to know each other. Y'all are both coming to the table with an equal amount of investment. Right? He's not paying for no more than what he has to. You're not paying for no more than what you have to. The same way that you got to pay for your gas or your Uber or Lyft or whatever, you got to spend your time getting ready. And yes, it does take y'all longer to get ready, but that's by choice. You choose to put all them accessories and makeup and all that stuff on. So the same way that you got to get ready and you got to dress your best and be protected and be safe when you're moving out here to go to this restaurant, you cover your bill. That way you're taken care of. You took care of yourself. He took care of himself, and y'all genuinely got to know each other because there was no transactional exchange. Ladies, are you willing to do that? I don't think you are, but let me know in the comment section if you is.
If I had a machine that could travel through time, I would go back some years with a Mac and a 9, 2 Uzis with a few grenades in my hand, 8Ks, HKs, more Ks than the clan. That's fuck racist. A nigga gonna do against me with a musket. I'm talking about them days they would stone you in public. You probably go back in time to meet Jesus Christ. I'd ask Jesus for help to steal Judas Ice. Amen.
You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.